This is John for Johnny's Beat. I'm back on the beat. I got Steve Ahrendt. I got Joey Roth. I got the Chicagoland Championship Wrestling broadcasting team. How are you, boys?
Oh, my goodness. You know what? We are living our best life being a CCW broadcast commentary team. And working with Joey Roth was going to be a special experience. But I was in no way prepared for what we did together October 3rd. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now, selfishly. We're the best commentary team working in professional wrestling today. I'll challenge anybody to hold us.
It doesn't matter if they're on Wednesday nights, Monday nights, Friday nights, whatever kind of night, nationwide, worldwide. Me and Steve, we just totally did what we had to do, and that was just be fabulous and amazing and everything else in between.
So what were your thoughts on the debut of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling?
It's a great question, John, and I'll answer it with this. When you have an opportunity to be a part of history, you have to live in that moment. And what we had Saturday night, October 3rd, was a moment that was historic. Not the fact that there was a new wrestling promotion in Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, not that another wrestling promotion was being started. It was a collection of athletes that for some reason fit together like a glove and became a family right from the get-go. And from match one through the end main events, it was a seamless production with some of the most impressive wrestling that I've seen in my 7 years in the industry. I've seen a lot of matches. I've called a lot of matches. We were treated to something spectacular on October 3rd. Joey, what do you say?
I've been doing this for over 16 years. I've been involved in huge cards. I've been involved with a lot of debuts and a lot of debut organizations and whatnot. And what we saw on October 3rd at Saturday Night Grapple Masters Live on Amazon Prime was just simply like what Steve said. It's just a collaboration of a whole bunch of wonderful, talented athletes and different kinds of attitudes and different kinds of characters that came to life in front of the sold-out crowd in Michigan City, Indiana for Saturday Night Grapple Masters. It is, everybody throws around, oh, we're going to be groundbreaking, we're going to be doing this, but we actually broke that ground. I mean, my ears are still ringing from the cheers and the chant, the CCW chant at the end of that night gave me goosebumps, and we got a chance to watch that back not too long ago, and it almost brought me, almost made me speechless. And nothing makes me speechless, just all this audience participation and everything. You guys are, it's just wait till you see what we're gonna have for you. Just wait.
So what would you guys say? What were some of the highlights? I know it was a whole card of highlights, but what were the top couple for you guys?
Well, without spoilers.
Go ahead, Joey.
No, I'm going to say no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Well,
I want to tell you this. Xavier Camacho and the video crew we had, that is one of the most exciting things to happen that night, because Joey and I this past weekend went to do some editing work with Xavier, and what he showed us was absolutely incredible. I cannot believe the quality of the footage. We were there watching each match, every moment from bell to bell, and you would think you are watching a wrestling program produced on a television network named Fox and USA or TNT. It's professional quality production and representation. Were there things that didn't go 100% right? Yeah, there were some mic things and there were some other things that could have been better. But the quality of the video and the way the matches flowed because of what Xavier was able to do, I think is going to blow people away, whether it be on Amazon Prime or whether it be on Xfinity when the Grapple Master series comes out. Really some spectacular work, and wrestling videography is challenging to capture all of the excitement, not miss the moment, not be able to capture what's going on. And they did yeoman's work, because it gives you the feeling, if you weren't there, you're going to feel like you were there. So that was the most pleasant surprise for me. Joey, I don't know how you feel about it.
Well, I think people are not only going to feel like they're going to imagine that they're there, they're going to feel like they're there, because the camera work got so tight inside that ring that you heard the kicks, you heard the chops, you heard the bodies hitting the canvas and everything like that. You heard the punches. When we got to see it that way, because, when we were doing commentary, we're 10, 15 feet away, sitting up on a riser. We didn't get to see we saw things that we couldn't call from where we were, the vantage point we were at. So what we saw this past weekend was just simply, it's just amazing. You are going to be inside the ring with these guys. And I got to tell you what, after you see the main event, the three-way dance to crown our first champion, I don't think you're ever going to really want to step in a wrestling ring, because all the hard-hitting action that happened in that match and every other match. So my takeaway is that main event is going to rival any main event you've seen on any pay-per-view, I would say, myself, in the past 5 years. No matter what company or whomever you want to talk about, the main event that we have with Chris Logan, All Day Marche, and Mercenary Garrison Creed, that match right there, if that's the debut of Grapple Masters of CCW, just wait till you see what we're going to do to you next.
Well, I don't think I'm giving away any spoilers, because the results are online. But I have to point out that the two of you guys, neither one of you was right in your prediction for the heavyweight title.
Yeah, I had a piece of, you should look at the other side of the piece of paper that I wrote my prediction on. You read the wrong side, Johngy. I don't know what you've been looking at.
Well, maybe it was the camera work. You were reading it. I saw the other side.
I was like this, and I was,
That's what happens
you
with
read
these
the wrong name.
Zoom things. It just, yeah. But you gave a good analysis, though. I have to say
I
that.
can tell you this, John, and this is certain. If you picked Garrison Creed to win that match, I don't think you were wrong, because Garrison Creed did everything in his skill set to win that match and just wasn't able to quite get it done. Marche Rocket hit every move Marche Rocket needs to hit to win a match. He just simply didn't get it done. The night belonged to Shogun Chris Logan, and if you need an inaugural champion, any one of those three guys would represent a promotion at its highest level. But to watch Logan go through what he went through, beating the other two guys, the right man won the title. Any one of them, it would have been fantastic. But just the way they told story in that ring, when Logan got his hand raised in victory, everything just felt right about it. So that was a high water mark for me, because I love great storytelling, and what those three men did in that ring was some of the best I've ever seen. And the match was absolutely electric. The crowd was absolutely electric all night long.
And especially Chris Logan's speech afterwards. If you want to see anything, when he got that mic and thanked the crowd and said what was on his mind, that right there, if you don't feel anything, you're dead inside. And, even my black heart skipped a beat when you heard what he had to say. And I got to tell you what, so just watch out for that. But you want to know my most favorite part of the whole entire match?
Don't
my whole
say
entire
it.
night was
For the love of God, don't say it.
Shut up, Steve. I'm talking. Was the rock star Johnny Knight debuting his new song?
Be Gone.
It was the great. Shut up, Steve. It was the greatest thing that has ever happened in the history of CCW. And there's only one night of history that's happened in CCW, and I don't think anything else is going to beat that. The rock star Johnny Knight, 2 matches in one night. The very first time that's been happening in this organization. 2 matches in one night. And what happened, Steve? What happened? Who's fabulous then, huh?
Well, I'll tell you
Johnny
what.
Knight, Sin City Playboy. You're just upset that Bulletproof Bo Anderson gave you a piece of his mind on you, man.
Yeah. Bulletproof Bo, he and I go way back. Here's the thing. I guess technically Johnny Knight had 2 matches. If his first match was a sugar in the gas tank match, which I didn't even see on Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal at Halloween Havoc back in the WCW days. But the second match, Gunner Brave shocked the world by debuting at CCW, and he was an eyelash away from winning. If it wasn't for the Sin City Playboys and Entourage Unlimited, I really feel Gunner Brave owned Johnny Nye, but that's just my opinion as a broadcast professional.
Just wait till everybody gets to see this match on Amazon Prime. Saturday Night Grapple Masters coming soon. Just wait till they get to see this match, and they, with their limited knowledge of whatever they could do, or these little fans out there, even with their limited knowledge, they will understand that Johnny Nye, the Sin City Playboys, Entourage Unlimited are a force to be reckoned with in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Mark my words, those tag team titles are going to look very, very nice along those waists of Tully and Sullivan.
Well, John Bullard, the guy in charge of all this, he's been making a lot of really cool announcements too lately. He made one today about connections. He's promising others. So people should go to the page and like it. But do you guys have any inside scoops on what's going on?
Well, I can give you this one, and if you weren't there and haven't heard yet, the arrival of the Chicago connection to CCW was one of the most controversial moments of the evening's festivities. P.L. Myers and Kingpin came out and introduced their dog in the race, so to speak, for title gold in the future. And if you've never seen Mr. 3% John Hudson, or Jonathan Hudson, as he's going by now.
Jonathan, get it right. Get it right.
You've really missed one of the most spectacular superstars working in this business right now. And the fact that he's a member of the connection, and the fact that Cognito Jones showed up and laid waste to security, the Chicago Connection really did what they specialize in doing, and that's taking over and hijacking a program.
That security guard got mail.
So I'll be really interested. I'll be really interested to see what Connection does in April as members of the roster now. Another match that I think bears talking about was No Coast versus the Tribunal. And Joey and Crazer are fantastic performers.
Not this Joey, because this Joey would never have anything to do with Plumber Butt Crazer. Okay,
I'm talking about
Blues.
Joey.
Call him Blues.
You know what I'm talking about. Don't interrupt me. Paragon from the Tribunal, along with Jace Thorne. What an impressive tag team they are. I'd never actually seen Paragon work before, but I was absolutely blown away by what he brings to the table. I'll be watching his performance in the future extremely closely. There are a lot of people on that card I could say that about. Bell to bell, whether you start with Yoya and Miles Mercer all the way through the main, every match had something. The Youth Gone Wild in their tribute to the Road Warriors. Gotch brothers not being able to be there due to medical issues. But Axel Rico and Jake Tyler showing up on the spot doing great work. I mean, there's just
Jake
so
Tyler's
much.
very first match as well.
Jake Tyler debuted, and you know what? So much history, so much nostalgia, so much. Just it's one of those shows that you're going to want to watch over and over again because it's so impressive, and you can do that on Amazon Prime very soon. You want spoilers for April 17th? There's been a few match announcements, and more will come every day, John. But you know what? We got a while. Who's to say something else doesn't happen between now and then? You just never know. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. It's here now. The bell has been rung. We're coming, and it's going to be amazing.
Well, and let's not forget, when in my last interview with John, he mentioned that women wrestling is going to be part of this as well. So we haven't seen any yet, but it's coming. I don't know if it'll be for April 17th, but if John promises it, John delivers.
Well, you also got to know when you come with the women wrestling, Roxy Hart's going to have her eye on all that stuff too, because I think she needs to go back there and slap some of these women around or something like that. Not that she's going to get in the ring and do anything. You guys are not that lucky, but she'll have a lot to say of what kind of women come into this company. I'm assuming.
I'm sure.
I'll tell you this. We'll speak a little bit. Well, since we're speaking about Roxy Hart, I have now dubbed her the Villainess. Don't sleep on Roxy Hart. What she brings to every promotion that she works for is something awfully special. I watched her doing some backstage interviews after the show was over. And, she's one of these people you might not know enough, but soon you will know everything. Roxy is extremely compelling, and she will be around. Don't sleep on that one.
Oh no, hey, I got my eye on Roxy, and Roxy will be featured in Johngy's Beat very soon. I'll be talking to Joey and Roxy about getting a solo with Roxy to get her thoughts on CCW and all sorts of other fun topics.
Real quick, Roxy and I, we're not connected at the hip. Even though we could go away, do different things, we always come back together and towards the end. So she's her own woman. But that's if you want to talk to her, you just go right ahead and do that. But you know what? Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, man. We started this a while ago, and we kept on telling you that it was going to be the greatest thing that you're ever going to see. Even the 20 years ago never has-beens are going to sit there and cry and complain and bitch and moan about things like that. But you know what? They're not going to be able to cry and moan, because no matter what they're going to say, they're going to just be lying to themselves when they see how this show came about, and see how the show is going to happen, and what you're going to see on Saturday Night Grapple Masters. Holy hell, DVR this, watch it over and over again, because you are just not. It is the greatest thing I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of a lot of great things. Look at me, I'm fabulous.
I've heard.
I've told you.
Many times, man. Well, we don't have an exact date yet for the Amazon release, but I'm sure that Chicagoland Championship Wrestling's Facebook page and website will promote it. I'm sure you guys will promote it. I know I will once it's official. But we do have a date for April, the next time that there is going to be another TV taping. I assume you guys will both be there?
Yes, we are signed on to do Grapple Masters 2. Although I don't think that's necessarily what's going to be called, but that's what I'm calling it. I think it's
for now.
Saturday Night Grapple Masters. But to me, it's Grapple Masters Round 2, and I think each of them will have their own unique quality. I'm looking forward to it. We've already heard that a former Impact star is going to be taking on Shogun Chris Logan for the title. There is a 6-man tag melee that will be happening as well. And Bullard, as long as you keep liking and sharing the stuff, is going to keep releasing match announcements right along. So the show is shaping up to be bigger and better than the last one, and that is a monumental undertaking. But
just imagine what kind of surprises we're going to have on this next show. When you saw the surprises we had on our last show, it's only going to get more and more and more. It's ever forward, baby. That's all we're going to do. Just keep on going ever forward.
Well, gentlemen,
they say, John, it's easy to break the bank when you're holding all the cards. And right now, John Bullard has aces high, my friend.
And hey, no better person than John. I love John. Well, we got what, 5-6 months until the next show, or roughly 6 months. I certainly would love to revisit you guys as more announcements are made. We could talk about the fun stuff coming up, and we could talk about whatever else you guys want to talk about.
John, real quick, don't forget about November 14th, that big 3-show cross promotion in which CCW will have a dog in that race. So that's coming up in Hammond, Indiana on November 14th. That's going to be a hot night, and you might just see a villain, and you might just see a loudmouth at that show. I don't know. You never know where we might be.
Well, as you're speaking, I creatively put up the graphic there for people to follow it. See, I could do that in post-production.
Wow.
Yeah, huh?
Aren't you a wizard?
I got some mad skills. Well, then let's encourage everyone to come out to that. Check out the graphic now to find out where that is. Check out the Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, and check you guys out where?
Well, we're all over Facebook. We're all over Twitter. I am at Steve Aaron on Twitter, and you can find me easily on Facebook. And Joey Roth, he may still be on MySpace for all I know. He's everywhere. You can't throw.
I am on MySpace. I am on MySpace. I looked at my MySpace actually a couple of weeks ago, and it's still up there. I am on Facebook at the Main Event Villain. I'm not on Twitter. I got banned from there 3 times, but I'm not going to tell you why I got banned. I'll tell you personally, but I still don't like yeah, you don't want to know what happened there. So I'm not allowed on Twitter, and you can see me all over the place. Follow my Facebook and see my next show, November 7th, the Wrestle Rage for POW. But Chicagoland Championship Wrestling is what we're here to say. And yeah, our next show is 5 to 6 months from now, but you never know what's going to happen between now and then. You know, we're on November 14th. We're going to have a little taste of CCW out there. And hopefully by that time, we'll have a sprinkling of a little bit more as well. I know Chris Logan is going to be taking that Chicagoland Championship title belt wherever he goes. It's an open challenge. He wants anybody else, anywhere else, wants to go ahead and step on up. You know, who are you going to call? You're going to call Chris Logan. That's who you're going to call.
So everyone should just keep following the stuff on Chicagoland Championship Wrestling Facebook page. Keep liking the stuff, because the more we like, the more John's going to announce.
Yes.
That's what we want. We want knowledge. We want information on that show, because I can't wait. April 2021 is a great way to start the year, man. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I'm sure I'll revisit you in the near future, because, you know, I like you guys.
Well,
you're right. Forget him.
Then we'll keep giving you the access, but don't cross our paths, because we're
Why?
tough customers when provoked.
Why would I ever do that? I know the lines, my friend.
We thank you very much, Johngy. Johngy's on the beat. You know, you with your softball coverage. Now softball, I think, is pretty much over with, and
For now,
I can't wait to see what else you have coming up. Because anytime I'm on the beat, it's on Johngy's beat.
oh, there's stuff coming up. All right, we never sit still.
Never.
Steve, Joey, thank you very much for your time, man. And everyone, check out Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Check out these guys. They'll be on Amazon Prime, covering the match, or announcing the match, I should say, matches. And they'll be at the next CCW show, and maybe in Indiana. Check that out too. All right, boys. Thank you for your time.
Good night, John.
Thanks, guys.